What is camel culture? So to me, to our company, it is how we describe our culture. It's everything that makes us unique about us. It's a lot of things that no one thing is extraordinary, but together it's sort of our DNA. But camel culture to any other company is what makes them unique. What are the things about their company that the owner absolutely wants to see happen? That the team is behind those same opportunities, that they love doing it? What are the things they don't like doing? What are the quirky things about the company? How does it feel when you walk in the door? So to me, camel culture is our environment, how it smells, how it feels, how people feel when they walk in the door. But to every other company, it's how their people feel when it walks in the door. It's their collection of unique attributes, unique sort of feeling of walking through a company. That's camel culture. Everybody, we want to go to the moon, right? How do we get there? And so what they say is that culture eats execution for lunch. Like if you have a great idea, but you don't have a team that can pull it off, then you go nowhere. If you have a team that has great execution, but they don't get along well, they don't communicate well, the culture's not right, then what happens is that team will fall apart. But if you have the right culture, then you can attract the right team that can take the right idea and you can go to the moon. So culture, I think, is the center point. It's a piece that no one puts first. They think the idea is first, or they think, oh, we got a great team, so that's going to be first. What I want to see companies do, and what we've done, what's helped make us successful, is putting culture first. Culture gives us the team comes up with the ideas, and that drives us forward. So empowering a team, I love to think that I can empower a team, that I have the power to empower a team, but what really happens is they empower themselves. That the right culture allows a team for ideas to pop up, for them to be wrong and yet still be right. Like in an idea room, in a brainstorm, there are no bad ideas. And so what happens is bad ideas sparks new ideas, sparks better ideas. And that's the culture we're looking for. And so the empowerment is not me empowering them, it's the culture empowering them to be wrong, get it wrong, make it better, make it right. That's what we want to see happen. It's taken me years to figure this out. And most business owners start in this way. They start by saying, what do I want to get done, and how do I get them to do it? That's the process we go through. And sometimes we get a little stressed and we get a little angry, and something happens, and we say in our minds, I'll give them something to cry about. Like, you do it my way, or it's the highway. You say things like that, or you say, why were you doing that? You should have been doing this, or I told you this. So all those are ways that stress sort of takes over our business and our mindset. And what I found is, we want to do the opposite. My job is to make them help our people grow as much as possible. My job is to make them feel comfortable in the workplace. My job is that when they come in, they feel good about being there. I often talk about the person who gets to work and they drive up and they can't believe they have to go in that day. They don't like where they work, they don't like their boss, they don't like the things they do, the customers yelling at them, but they gotta go in because that's how they feed their family. And so they come in and they bring all that baggage with them, and they have a bad day, and all the people around them have a bad day, and the clients have a bad day, and the business has a bad day. But the opposite of that, if the person's looking forward to going to work, if they're going to a place where they know they're respected, that their teammates are trying to help them be successful, that their boss cares about them and their future and their family, and that they build a culture that helps them grow. Now they come in with a smile on their face, they say hello to their teammates, they help them be successful. Everyone works together, and you get that culture of success as opposed to that culture of failure. And that's what we're trying to get accomplished. That's what camel culture is to us. That's my job, is to create an environment that makes them excited about coming to work, because if they're excited about coming to work, we have a much better chance of accomplishing everything we want to accomplish as a business. Strategies to improve our culture. A is nothing's forever. We have 25 things that make us unique, and I've totally made up that number, but it's a bunch of things. But sometimes things stop working and you let them go, and sometimes new ideas come along and you go, wow, that'd be a cool part of our culture if we had that. Like, let's try it. And sometimes the new stuff works and sometimes the new stuff doesn't work, but it's a constant refreshment of ideas. It's energy behind the ideas. Like just setting something in motion and walking away doesn't work. Sometimes you got to come back and say, hey, where are we on this? Where are we on this? Where are we on this? Get people moving in the right direction. Put a champion in charge. If you got a program you believe in, you can't be the owner, the CEO can't usually be the champion. They can be a cheerleader, but you need a champion, someone that comes to work and says, that's my job, I'm going to make that work. And so it's about energy, it's about champions, and it's about being willing to let things go and bring new ideas in. You know, there's different kinds of investment. Like, how much money do you want to put towards it? Is there a budget that makes sense for your company? How much time and effort? It's every initiative you take on. If you take it on, then it's a piece of your time. If you assign a champion, it's a piece of their time. What percentage of their time do you want them adding to your culture? And then the last thing is, what percentage of your thinking every day? Like when you're driving into work, are you thinking about the client? Are you thinking about your people? Are you thinking about your culture? Are you thinking about a new idea? What percentage of time? And so every business owner has to make that decision. Every business owner has to decide how much money, how much percentage of my people's time, how much percentage of my own time. And I think the answer is more than you think. The answer is more than you're doing now. There's very few companies that have absolutely nailed culture down, but I found this in my research. Most that have nailed culture have also found success. And some of you, if you think about your favorite companies, the people you like doing business with, think about the people you interact with. Do they have smiles on their faces? Are they glad to be at work? Do they believe that their manager and their owners care about them? Do they enjoy doing what they're doing, or is it a job? And the right culture creates the attitude that creates great businesses. And so no matter what you're investing now, you can probably invest more. There's probably some new ideas. There's probably some things you're doing wrong. Be willing to do it wrong, make it better, and get it right. I think I mentioned it earlier. Great ideas fail when they don't have the right team. Great teams fail when they don't interact in the right culture. Culture eats execution and ideas for lunch. Culture first, everything else takes care of itself.